Hey, what's going on, guys? For today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about fanboys. Alright, so fanboys, you can encounter them in all sorts of different ways. You got your YouTuber fanboys, you got your console fanboys, your game system fanboys, your PC elitists, your sport fanboys. I mean, there are just all sorts of different fanboys out there, political fanboys as well. There's a lot of different type of fanboys out there, and for me, one of the things that really makes absolutely no sense about these people is the fact that competition is a good thing, and the whole mindset of fanboys is that they're, what they defend is like the only thing that should be allowed, and everything else just shouldn't exist. And the reason that's stupid is because if it was the only thing that existed, it wouldn't be that good. And we see it. We see things like this time and time again. You look at the Intel, for example, when they had their Core i7. How many years were they releasing the same damn chipset year after year? i7 this. Oh, we have a slightly better i7 now. Oh, got another i7. Oh, new i7, new i7, new i7. And it was just time and time again, year after year, the same shit. And then all of a sudden, AMD completely blindsided them with their new like Ryzen chipset. So competition's a good thing, and we saw it with consoles too. For example, with the PS3, when PS3 first came out, it was a complete and utter laughingstock. By some miracle, Sony actually managed to turn that around. But for the first like 2 or 3 years, I'd say the PS3 was just not even worth considering, because the Xbox 360, yeah, although it had its issues too, a lot of games, a lot of third-party games, often looked and ran better on the Xbox 360. And the PS3's whole marketing campaign was, look at how powerful our system is. Yet they had no first-party games for the first, 2 years. And they had a lot of the third-party games just were coming out were just like garbage. I mean, it just ran at like sub 20 FPS and shit. I mean, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. But and that continued on for actually a long time too. But eventually, oh, and let's not forget about how bad the messaging system on PS3 was too. That took a few years before they actually even got the messaging system straightened out. They didn't even have the trophy thing yet, and the 360 had its little achievements or whatever. So, if it wasn't for Microsoft actually coming on strong with the 360, I don't think we would have really saw the PS3 turn around, because Sony would have had no reason to. Sony got a big head when the PS2 became this massive sales giant and sold 150 plus million systems. Once they did that, they were like, well, we're on top, we're untouchable, and it went to their head, and they thought they could do whatever they wanted with the PS3. Didn't work out too well for them, and thankfully, they did manage to turn things around. But it was because of the competition that made them want to turn around. So, I've never understood this whole, my system is the only system, and, if you like something different, then you're a complete piece of trash, and, this system shouldn't even exist. It's just ridiculous, and the PC elitists are no better. It's like every system has its advantages and disadvantages to it. And honestly, at the end of the day, who really gives a shit what someone wants to game on? If they are happy with it, then that's fantastic, I mean, I've never understood the whole fanboy mentality at the end of the day. So, with that being said, there is no logic with fanboys. There is no reasoning with fanboys. They have this cult-like mentality where they're just gonna white knight this thing to the grave, and there is no civil conversations with them. I mean, you look at like YouTube comment sections, for example. It's probably one of the most, and I know this is a buzzword, but it's one of the most toxic places on YouTube would be the comment section when you see fanboys on channels like Crap Gamer Reviews, where they're just sitting here bashing one system over and over and over again for the same stupid shit. It's like, get over it, you know? There's nothing you can tell them. They'll just continue on spouting their nonsense. But, you know, I've never understood it. I own a lot of different systems. I own a lot of games, and I'm really passionate for the industry, and I really like seeing all the improvements that each system has managed to make over the years. I mean, you know, PlayStation has so many great first-party games for it, so many great exclusives. The Xbox is a very good system for 4K TVs. Like, if you get the Xbox One X, it makes for some great 4K content that you really can't get on even the PS4 Pro. So, I mean, every system has their advantages, man. And even with the Switch, I know a lot of people knock the Switch. I personally am not really a huge fan of the Switch either. I don't know why every YouTuber goes apeshit crazy for the Nintendo Switch. I don't think it's all that great of a system, but I'm willing to admit that it does make for a damn good portable system. Not so much on a TV, but in terms of a portable system, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think there is a lot of potential there. Even if a lot of games need to be pretty massively scaled back just to get them running decently on it. You know, there's a place for it, you know? So I have never understood the fanboy mentality. So it's best to just ignore those kind of people, because like I said, there's no logic or reasoning behind what these people say. It's just the same stupid shit time and time again. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini rant on fanboys and why they're absolutely ridiculous. If you have any thoughts that you wanted to throw down about them, feel free to do so in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I'm out of here. You guys take care.